Good morning, good afternoon, somewhere in between. As a true director, I have the privilege to speak at the beginning and to speak at the end and shut up in between. So I'm happy really that everything has gone well. I believe that we have had a very interesting week, a very enjoyable week. And in fact, I must say that just as Karel just said from the beginning, and Karel, you're the first person ever to call me shy, I believe. So I'm modest, but not shy. But it's true that 2 years ago we felt in our guts what we wanted to do in 2 years. And this has crystallized, actually, sometimes mostly bottom up. But what we certainly wanted to show is that European tropical medicine tropical medicine and international health in Europe is very much alive and is a very relevant discipline, is a very exciting discipline. And that is something what we really want to bring forward during this meeting, and that we needed, of course, first of all, a good audience with lots of young people, with lots of people from developing countries. We have really invested in that. And I think this is probably of all the most important factor to my feeling, having made this conference such a success and such an enjoyable week also. We really felt the positive vibes all the time, and a feeling of happiness to be among each other. And as you have said already, also having these different disciplines, being together, discussing, and really bringing the best out of all of us. So I really am satisfied myself. What we had in mind has been done, and I think even in a more enjoyable way than we would ever have anticipated, and that is thanks to you. I have one frustration, and I'm sure that all of you share it, but as an organizing it's more, that is that I have not been able to go to all sessions. I have not been able to talk to all of you. I have not been able to eat all the sandwiches, but still, I mean, this is the price of being at such a conference. You have to kill your darlings, as they say, to kill many darlings, but still I have the feeling that I have met so many people, that I've seen so many interesting sessions and heard so much debate from every corner of the world and from every discipline imaginable in sciences and in implementations, let's not forget. There are many people to thank, and that's also not only my duty, but truly a pleasure for doing all this. And I would really, first of all, want to thank the entire staff of ITM, for which this has really also been an opportunity to bring the best out of everybody, to bring the best out of ITM. We have over the past years been searching for our soul and for our brains in the 21st century. And as I have hinted at the beginning, in a very simple way, we have envisioned a coin with two sides, and one is scientific excellence and the other is societal relevance. And I have told you in the beginning how it reflects also in the motto of this meeting, namely world-class science for worldwide development. But in fact, underlying values are certainly as important, and I would especially want to number 3 of them, which have been a guiding motto of this meeting. One is equity. And equity, of course, there are many aspects in equity, but one I want to highlight here is equity also between researchers and scientists among the world. And for the first time, I think in my career, I really have felt that we are coming into a new era where the North-South relationships are not important anymore, where we feel we are all part of one community, one goal with one level of expertise, and talking to each other as scientists and not people from the north speaking to people from the south, particularly among the young people among us. And I hope that we, as people and dinosaurs, as me and some others here, you know, slowly fade away, that this new generation is going to take over and really change the face of, you may call it global health or international health, whatever. But I think we have a great future in this way. Another value which has come to the surface many times is, maybe you haven't heard it in very explicit ways, but is integrity. Integrity as scientists, and in our trade and in our time certainly independence and integrity versus our funders. This is not an easy task for many of us because we depend so much on funding agencies that are not necessarily interested in good science, but rather in direct impact, or others that are very interested in nice science, but don't bother very much about what you have to do with it. And I think we have to find a continuous balance, and I think this meeting has actually shown the right way. And a final value which is underpinning this all, not the final, but I think the most important one, is social justice. And there has been a lot of discussions here, and I've been very pleased to listen to some of them and to participate among the journalists, among the scientists, and which is, I mean, just to paraphrase it, where does the science or where does the journalism ends and where does activism starts? And the discussion there is, can we be scientists, hard scientists, being objective and at the same time carry values without, say, compromising our science? And my answer is very clear that of course we can and we must. I think social justice and equity between people, it's not a hypothesis that can be denied or confirmed. It is simply a basic value. And if we put that as a basic value, a kind of dogma, not a dogma, that's not the wrong word, but a kind of given like we have in mathematics, this is simply a truth, a universal truth, which we have to strive for, then you can build your science around it. So, congratulations all my staff, sorry, not my staff, you see I'm not very shy, I'm also, but all the staff of ITM, the scientists, the support staff, I mean, you have seen them all here, even the accountants paying out the per diems to people who do not have a Visa card or so. So they really have done a tremendous job, all of them, for 2 years. And I'm very, very proud to be the director of that institute. There are a few specific people who I think you have seen throughout this conference and have really been amazing, and I truly mean it, really been amazing in keeping this conference on track, to organize it all, and then by the end of the day having even all reports and movies and tweets grouped and sent to you. And so I would really like to thank very specifically the three people who I believe have been the most important for this meeting. That's first of all Anne Buvet, who has chaired the scientific committee. And Anne, you have really done, I think, of course, with many people in the scientific committees, and I mean, we could give a flower to each of the scientific committee, but without you, it would not have been possible. And just not only by your broad view on many sciences, but also your partnership qualities. Really, congratulations.
I really would like to stress that this was teamwork, which I enjoyed very much. So I take these flowers on behalf of the whole scientific committee.
So, and as you can imagine, a meeting like this is not just organizing abstracts and sciences and so on, but it's a lot of nitty-gritty administrative work, logistical work, reminding me in the first place, you know, that another deadline is coming, arranging all the travel grants from all over the world and the different funding. So Anne van Gijzenben, who has been the coordinator of the organization of this event, please, many, many thanks. This lady really has had some stress and suffered over the past months and really has kept on smiling all the time. And a final person from the organizing committee, and I think you will all agree with me, for me he's really a hero and a genius, and that's Roland. Head of our communications, but who has also really kept this all together and led the team, and I think the organization has really been flawless. So Roland, we deliberately went for a unisex present because these are the times, so take the flowers, but I will leave the kisses. Is that okay?
May I just echo Anne's words? This is really one for the entire team, but thanks a lot. Too much honor for me, though.
Now, it may not be so usual, but really we have had a fantastic conference organizing, a PCO, as they call it, professional conference organizer. We have been working very, very closely with several people at MediCongress. They have become part of ITM almost, and it's really been such a pleasure, and you have been so great in not just organizing the conference, but in the abstract management, in supporting us all the way. So I really wanted to thank you too, and also provide you. The funny thing is, they arranged the flowers for the other participants, and we had to arrange the flowers for them. So it is, please, Els and Charlotte. There is a third person, but I thought she was not in the room, and she has been more behind, and that's Laurence. Thank you very much, who has taken care of all the subscriptions. And I know, is Werner here? No. But you can take the flowers for Werner, and really thank him. I'm not supposed to do this, but if ever you need a good PCO, well, I can recommend one. Thank you very much, and hope for a future. Is it not? This one is for me. No, of course not. No. One thing, and you know, I've told you, I'm also on the board of governors of the zoo, and this was for them also the first time they had such a big meeting for several days. And I think the staff of this venue has really been amazing. They have been very client-friendly, to speak in business terms. They were just nice people, and they have taken very good care of us. I think the venue was a great factor in the success, not just the buildings, but also the little garden in front, the butterflies in the veranda, but also all the food on the table, which was absolutely excellent. It has, I think, also helped to bring us through this week. And I'm not really sure whom I should ask from the support staff. I don't think Jo is in the room, but can I ask you to come forward and take this? these flowers for all the staff of the center. You have done an amazing job. Thank you very much. So it's been very nice for us. I think finally all of you, I think the participants made the conference and also showed the strategic way forward without having to express it. Okay, these are, you know, it's like that every day. I feel sorry that this afternoon we have to go back to office, Jean-Christophe, and prepare the budget for next year and arrange some things and try to integrate or to hide the deficit of this conference in some different lines in our books. So I really would like to thank Tamara. I have scared her all week long and still she took up the challenge to organize this in 2 years, and I really look forward to the Liverpool meeting, the more because this will be the first month of my retirement. And so this is my last meeting, active meeting of ECTMI. And I think I've seen already a few things of which I say, well, that might be a nice destination for my first trip after leaving ITM. Thank you very much, Tamara. Thank you very much, of course, our co-organizers, Because Health and FestMe. And I think both are represented by Karel Gijsling. Karel, it has really been a very interesting but also very enjoyable collaboration. And so many thanks also to Esther and all the members of the FestMe board and of the Because Health steering group. Let us not forget all these people, most of them also personally organized at least one session, and they were really a driving force behind particularly the implementation and the public health sessions. So thank you very much to our co-organizers. And really, they deserve an applause as well. And the only thing I can say now is go forth and multiply. I mean, go home, spread the word, have safe travels, and keep on the good work, keep on communicating. See you in 2 years, or hopefully in between, here at ITM or in the field. And by this, I officially declare the closure of this meeting. Thank you all very much.